Okay, I am driving to Synchronicity in Worth, Illinois, and I'm really, really excited. I'm also, there's a lot going on, and for the past few weeks, I have now been excited to wake up. I'm back to who I was and feeling a sense of purpose, knowing my purpose. For the past 6 and 5 years, throughout these years, I was in a very dark night and day of the soul. There were weeks, months, years that I cried every day. Nights where I'd pray that I didn't wake up in the morning because everything was becoming so much. I was working to focus on my career and stay on track with that, and still give readings and still keep practicing and still keep connecting to love and connecting others to their loved ones on the other side. I still coached while also coaching myself and grieving lost love that's not really lost because it's here. And for 9 years I've been a rideshare driver, and it has served me well. It has also depleted me financially, in the aspect of this is my third car in 9 years. I started in 2016. I purchased this car with 31,000 miles on it. It's a 2020. I purchased it in 2023. 31,000 miles. I'm already at 199,612 miles. You do the math. How many years? How many miles is that? All I've done is Uber. Really. I had a boutique in the Painted Tree. I loved doing it when I could. However, I couldn't find the balance. I was paying $200 a month for the space. Very inexpensive. And I did it for 2 years. I lost money. My last car, I lost money with all the repairs going back and forth between 3 different mechanic places. One being the dealer. And kept being thrown around and tossed, and it just 1 year I spent $14,000 in repairs. And really, they were doing my car harm. There was a taking advantage of. And I was giving my power away. I didn't know how to get it back. I did not know how I was surviving. I didn't even know how I was going to continue surviving. I just kept hoping and praying. And along the way, there were glimpses of hope. There were openings. There were things. I did 2 GoFundMes in the past. One was when Mindy, my fur baby, the first time had got a herniated disc and couldn't walk. And I had just come out of a 20-year relationship with 2 of my fur babies, right? So I was going through a divorce, but there was no such thing as divorce for us. And I was already in the process of losing the house that I was living in, that was in both of our names, and I was stressed, but I got through it.
In 1.5 miles, take exit 15A for I-294 South Tollway toward Indiana.
That was a very challenging time. And that started in 2013 and completed in 2016 when I let go of the house and got my first bachelor pad. First time I ever lived alone. And then I met someone and became engaged. fell head over heels in love. Still am. But then unfortunately, after 3 years, I had to end the relationship. And I couldn't marry him during that time. And it broke my heart. I broke my heart into 1,000 pieces. The whole experience broke my heart into 1,000 pieces. Because not only did I end a relationship, and I was also basically, I found myself homeless, me and my 2 dogs. And I had to let go of yet another family. And he had his fur baby, and so our children got along and they loved each other. I have photos of his dog and my dogs holding paws and sleeping together. And I had to grieve the loss of his mom. I mean, his mom's still alive, but for me, I had to let go of an extended family that I was going to be being accepted into. Yet there were certain things about me that they couldn't accept. And there were, I guess, certain things that I couldn't accept. And it broke my heart. I believe it maybe broke his, too. Because I do believe he loved me. I believe he still does. At least I want to believe that. At least I don't want to believe what I was seeing happening. And labels get created from it. I was angry, I was hurt, I was, we all carry narcissistic traits. And I was calling out the narcissistic traits, and I was name calling and calling what I was seeing, because that's what I do. And during that time, I stepped away from social media more and more, because I had learned that my pain was really a lot for people. And some would say too much. I definitely, the pain I was going through was way too much. However, I also know that I needed to be vocal and show up and still share, so I can show how, if I can do it, anyone can do it. If I can hold on and embrace hope and keep going and learn ways of asking for support and show up and speak my truth, that maybe someday. And then my boy fur baby passed after having to let go of some friendships, and I was finding myself more and more alone. And then my baby girl passed. Now, going back, when I was in the house that I lived in for 20 years and left to clean it all up and empty it all by myself, and I had 2 fur children and trying to do it and make a living, and she ended up getting a herniated disc and couldn't walk, so I did a GoFundMe. And it was a GoFundMe to where it was either I was able to raise $4,000 to have a surgery, or raise enough money to be able to pay for her medicine to try to nurse her back to health through love and care and being the healer that I was. I had to keep her locked up.
There's a 5-minute slowdown on I-294 South in 2 miles.
I had to keep her locked up for 6 weeks. This is a dog that loved to run and jump on the couch, and I would get in. I had these 2 fences that we used to lock off the stairs.
In 1,000 feet, take exit 15A for I-294 South Tollway toward Indiana.
So they wouldn't go and eat the cat food, but the cat could still jump over it. Because they're dogs and dogs eat anything. Cats, a little bit more finicky, a little bit more picky, but dogs are finicky and picky too. Okay, what do I want? 15A. Okay.
Take exit 15A.
Thank you, Stella. So she got this herniated disc, and I made just enough to keep the medication going while I worked and healed her and came
In a quarter
home.
mile,
And
use the left lane to merge
when
onto
this happened,
I-294 South.
I had an expo in Wisconsin that I was scared to the bejeebies to leave them because I didn't want to cancel it. So I drove and just prayed because I had no one to watch them. And I made it to where there was food, there was okay, and I was going to come back home, and I drove home in the snow when this, and I made it, and everything was fine. And she was nursed back to health, and she was walking, didn't have the surgery. Then, and that was before I got my apartment. Then got the apartment. Then the relationship. And so then when I found myself, because I had a month to move after ending this relationship. We had bought a house together. However, the house was put in his name until we were getting married. We did it that way. And we split everything half and half for the year that we lived in the house. I got nothing except the memories.
Keep left to stay on I-294 South.
Now, mind you, there was a shower that we had.
Continue on I-294 South for 1.5 miles.
And then, so all the presents from the shower mainly were from his friends. So he kept all of those pots and pans, the coffee pot, everything that we went and picked out, which was actually create an argument for us in going and picking out things from Bed Bath & Beyond for a shower. Because I also, how do I say this? Someone wanted to throw us a shower, and he and I agreed in the beginning that we weren't going to do anything like that. However, how do you tell a mother no that wants to do something loving for their son? In the beginning, I was hesitant and things were happening, and then I was like, okay, because it started to upset him that we weren't going to have a shower, and it was also upsetting his mom. Well, that shower happened, and right after that shower, and actually during the shower, there was all this tension that happened between his family and I wasn't understanding it. While I was feeling things, and I did not want to trust myself. I did not want to trust what Spirit was telling me.
There are road closures on I-294 South, rerouting you through I-294 South.
Well, thank you. But I couldn't deny. So I had to say goodbye. And then me and the fur babies, Mindy and Mug, I put our stuff in storage. And we went to New York. And that was a very traumatizing summer during the pandemic. I Instacarted, paid bills. I stayed with a friend that I knew in high school that right when I got there had just learned that she had cancer. And so that became a healing time and a stressful time for both of us.
In 600 feet, use the left 2 lanes to turn slightly left.
And then I moved back to Illinois because all of my stuff was Illinois. And I was also hoping...
Use the left 2 lanes to turn slightly left.
I was hoping that what was said when he and I parted our ways, we didn't say goodbye.
There are police reported ahead. Continue for 2 miles.
So 5 years I've hoped and prayed. Well, moving forward. So then through the next years, my father passed, Mug passed, then Mindy had passed. Mindy, that night, she woke us up at midnight and with a yipe. And I knew she had a stroke. She could not move one side of her body. Didn't have the money for a vet, the emergency vet. What am I going to do? So I carried her to the living room and I put her on her pillow, her and Mug's pillow. I petted her. I also gave her some Benadryl because I had given the dogs Benadryl before their shots always, so they would not have an allergic reaction. That's what the vet had told me to do. So I did that. I gave her a few more than maybe I would have just taken them to the vet, because I knew I had no money. I was actually just about to go negative because some bills were coming out. What was I going to do? I've got to cremate my baby. So much. And the video is posted on my YouTube channel and still on that GoFundMe. I believe it's still up. It hasn't gotten any funds since. And then after that, I had just, it made just enough to get me by for that week and a half, and pay for her cremation. And I'm very grateful for all that helped, because that was a very tough time. And I painted that night.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-294 South.
Coming in town and came over and I took her through my painting class. She did a painting and I did a painting, and it was for Mindy. And last night, I sent that painting in I started making designs with the painting. I sent it off, and the designs came back.
Continue on I-294 South for 1.5 miles.
And I honored my baby girl, Mindy, an Oracle Original, because she was with me when Oracle Originals were born. I believe Mug was too, or Mug had passed and Oracle Originals was then born. She was there during that process. So Mug, of course, is going to have one. So I'm very, very excited, and I'm going to be taking some pre-orders for that if you're interested, for that line. Because Mindy was on social media with me. And those that watch this on Facebook, watch me on Facebook or Instagram, and have followed me and Mindy and Mug through the years. She wants to leave a piece of her with you too. And that's through this line. That's through this line of dresses and pillows and scarves, and it's a way for Mindy to be with you too. Which then has also created the remembrance line. Now, I'm doing this video because I need support and help. I have been working every single day since June 9th of 2024. Today
in a quarter mile, take the exit toward I-294 South.
August 5th. August 6th. I had a plan this up a few years ago to go to Lilydale in New York because I was taking a trans workshop, and that was part of the...
Take the exit toward I-294 South.
Mindy had hurt herself and I needed to stay home. Now there's an opportunity where my friend is
Continue
doing
for
a
1.5
staycation
miles.
where she lives in Florida. And I would like to go, and I'm going to take a road trip, and I'm going to call it my Southern Tour. And I want to stop off at some stores on the way, metaphysical shops, give readings. And I'm hoping and asking for your support and reaching out through this GoFundMe. In order to do so, I need to get brakes, shocks, and an oil change. I also need gas money to get there. I also am needing to make sure that I have the funds for if I'm unable to work Instacart when I get there, if I'm unable to Uber, to be able to pay my bills back here in Chicago and non-Chicago, but like my rent, my car payment.
Continue for 3/4 of a
My car
mile.
insurance is already due. I don't have it yet. I have till the 22nd to pay it. That's $560. My rent right now was due the 1st. It was due last on the 3rd, so I got a late fee. That's now, because of the late fee, $1,700 for this month's rent.
In a 1/4 mile, keep left to
So
continue toward
kind of in a
I-294
crisis
South.
mode. And I'm doing my best to not exhaust my resources. So I need your help and support. I'm launching my podcast.
Keep left.
Keep left, David. Keep left. I'm now at this shop, and this is taking away from me doing rideshare, this travel, because it's taking over an hour to get here. We've been on 22 minutes now. And it's a travel, and it's going to be a travel back. And that's okay. But I hope that maybe I can get a reading tonight, or I'm excited because I'm coming to class, but maybe I can get a reading from 7 to 8. So come on out. But I'm going to be creating a GoFundMe tonight or tomorrow, and this video is going to be shared here first. Maybe someone would create the GoFundMe for me, or I'm going to do it when I get home. But I need your help. I need your support. Because it is hard on our own to live our dreams and to keep going. And I'm just now getting in touch with family again, like a cousin. My brothers and I don't talk. Maybe someday. But I really don't have I'm not close with my blood family. And there's no one to, I'll say, fall back on except me. And that's okay. But also, I know I have friends, I know I have supporters, I know I have clients, I know that maybe that I've touched your heart because you're here. And I want to continue to be able to hold your heart and continue to show up when I'm called, when I can be of service, and because that's my purpose. So, like I said, I'm starting my podcast. My website is going to be transforming again, and it's going to be an evolution. The blog now will stay the way it is. The clothing, the Oracle Originals, that's going to be shifting. Readings, classes, all of that is going to be shifting out from what it is now. Which means there will be maybe a price increase as well as a price decrease in many things. So check out the website, davidbeck.com, and let me know. Please share, like, comment, subscribe. If you sign up on the website, just in any of the boxes below, it'll tell you, sign up. You'll be notified that way. Also, I'm doing a lot on Facebook again, both my business page, my personal friends page. That's where it all started. That's why that has a big number of friends and followers, or whatever it's called, And then I'm on Instagram, and I have my YouTube channel. This video will also be going up on my YouTube channel, because that's how it's got to go for the GoFundMe. I know with the GoFundMe, I believe if it's over a certain amount, I'm going to have to pay taxes on it if I do it. If someone does it for me, none of us pay taxes on it, from my understanding, because then it's by donations. So if you want to help support me get to Florida and do this southern tour, not that I am not already, I am already grateful for you. And I will continue to be grateful for you and appreciative. It has been a challenging 6 years. It's been a challenging life for all of us. Well, it's also an amazing, amazing, amazing time. We're in the time now to where we get to see love, get to embrace love, and get to choose love. To see one another, no matter what, as a reflection of who we are. We get to embrace compassion, understanding that each one of us is a gift, and we all have our own unique story, and we're all evolving together. And we get to heal our ancestral traumas, our ancestral beliefs that are in maybe negativity and fear, and we get to allow them and heal them in the transformation of us, the U.S., the universe, the entire world. We really are all the same. We really all want the same things. We're just all unique in our own individual bodies, gifts, talents. So, what's your wonder for the day? Go and visit davidbeck.com, and also we'resynchronicity.com, and let's spend some time together. Later.